Hey, what's up, everybody? Got a special treat for you tonight. Got some UFC. Got my man Shady here with me, who knows a hell of a lot more about MMA than I do. So we are gonna look ahead at 5 of the fights coming up this weekend at UFC Vegas 55. All right, man, you ready to talk some fights?
Yeah, we can just go down the list of what I got money on.
Let's do it. So let's start with Jonathan Martinez and Vince Morales. What do you think about this one?
I like Martinez. I like him by decision as well. Um, I got him in a big parlay, leg one. I just think he's another level above Morales. You look at the level of competition, it's kind of night and day. And granted, he just knocked out Smoloka, my brother. But fucking Davy Grant just fucking smoked him this past weekend. I don't put a lot of stock in that.
It was a good fight for 2 rounds, though, kind of. Grant
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Smoka,
you got your money's worth for sure.
for
Um,
sure.
and a lot of people were at Grant inside the distance, like minus 120, maybe minus 130. Uh, so if you hit that, congratulations on that. I mean, he beat Rodriguez, and then Gutierrez kicked the shit out of his legs. Um,
Like he does to everybody.
yeah, dude. Fuck, I just think Martinez, man, he's better overall. And you look at his record, man. Like I said, he got caught. He got caught by Davy fucking Grant with that left hook, but he was winning that fight. He's got like a split decision with Ewell. 4 or 5 fights back, but I still like the kid, and he's on fucking track, man. So I expect him to handle business. He's like minus 200 right now. Um, by the time the fucking fight rolls around, I think the line's already moved 10, 15 points. I might get up to like 230, 240.
Yeah, man. I think I'm with yeah, it's up to 225 already in the book that I'm looking at right now, and I'm with you. Uh, he's been in some really good fights, and I like the goes to the distance. I think here too. I think you already said that, but I agree that I think there's a good chance this one goes the whole way as long as
It's a,
nobody gets caught.
yeah, it's a cheaper way to get there. I mean, with these minus 200s, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to tell you, oh, late 200 to win 100. Um, if you got the bankroll to do it, yeah, but sometimes you can squeeze the juice by tag teaming it up by getting two of these favorites that you have confidence in to kind of that way if you go into leg two, at least you got a ticket for like even fucking money instead of going for minus 200. So I feel a
Yeah,
lot better, lot better like free rolling on that, so to speak. And then you can kind of if you're confident in that as well in the decision, put like the small 50, the small 100 on it. Don't go real big. Maybe split it up in a parlay, but that's entirely you to kind of pick your poison on what you want to do.
yep. Yeah, it should be a good fight. I mean, Vince Morales has definitely fought some good guys as well, but I agree with you. I think Jonathan Martinez is really legit talent. As long as he just doesn't get caught again or something. So
Well, I mean, you know, Morales, he's not a bitch. I mean, he's got good boxing and stuff like that, but I just think overall, fucking Martinez's leg kicks is gonna make a fucking difference, and he can grapple on the fucking floor too. I mean, he can stuff the takedowns as well. So either way, man, it's night and day for me. It's a no brainer as far as me putting him in a parlay, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is on that one as well.
awesome, man! I love it. Uh, so Jonathan Martinez and Lycan fight goes the distance with you there. How about the other Morales on this card, Omar Morales versus Uros Medic?
Yeah, the South American. He's a little bit older, but he doesn't have a whole lot of wear and tear and miles on him. Um, I fucking lost with him with Pierce, man. Pierce was all over him like white on rice.
Yeah,
And shit, I was out there in Vegas, and I lost some money on him. But he's fighting fucking Medic. This guy's got a lot of hype around him, a lot of first one KOs versus fucking bums. Then he ran into fucking Turner,
yep,
and fucking Turner starched him in the fucking round one with some ground and pound. So I don't think Morales is gonna have to worry about this turning into a grappling match. Morales has also got some mean fucking kicks. He's got a high volume of throwing them consistently every fight, dude. Like 10, 12, 15, 20 fucking kicks. I think that's gonna play in the factor as well too.
Yeah, man. With Medic, it feels like almost similar to shit. What was the fight we were just talking about? Oh, with Maximov this last week, where Petrosky, it was like if he could get him out of there in that first round, that's when he probably had the best chance. And it feels kind of similar with Medic. Like he's probably got a few minutes to try to finish him, or that'll be it. His average fight time I saw is 2 minutes and 38 seconds. He hasn't been to a decision in his professional career. So,
then again, it's all against fucking tomato cans.
Yeah, totally. No, you're right. But even his loss to Turner was in a minute. You know, right. He just got starched by Turner. So
it's like a freshman, junior varsity, and fucking varsity. You can kind of compare like that as far as the different levels, as far as fighters in the UFC, as far as like people say UFC caliber, or like different fighting organizations.
Right.
Kind of like the minors, single A, double A, triple A. That's another kind of comparison to that too.
Yep. Totally. And Morales, I mean, his 2 losses, Jonathan Pierce, you already said, and then Giga Chikadze. So, and it was a decision, unanimous decision, but he beat Gabriel Benitez. That's a good win. So,
yeah, as far as the level of competition too, man, he beat Young, and Young's a big fucking takedown guy. He's got 18 fights. Benitez has got 28 fights. He beat that fucking Asian Ma. That motherfucker's got like 29 fights. So you look at the level of competition, that's why I like him, dude. I'm laying the fucking minus 150 on it.
Yeah. It's probably another one where the line probably stretches out as we go through the week too.
Yeah, I could see it bumping up to like 170, maybe 175.
I just think sometimes people do fall in love with the guys that get these flashy finishes, especially in the first round. And like it didn't work out with Maximov this last week, but I just could see people, more casual people coming in on Medic just because he's had, some flashy finishes or whatever. So yeah.
People like betting dogs too. I mean, there's a time and place for that.
Yep, that's true. All right. I like it. I'm sure it'll be juiced up, but I definitely am interested in the fight doesn't go to decision in that one as well.
Yeah, I don't know what the line is on that. It's probably going to be fucking kind of juicy.
Yeah, I know it probably is. I don't think, at least the book I'm looking at, it's not out yet, so we'll have to see. But all right, well, let's skip down. We're going to talk about the top 3 fights on this card. So Chidi Njokuani and Dusko Todorovic. I know where you're going in this one, but tell me about it.
Oh, it's a fucking fade on the fucking Euro guy. Big fade on him, man. I mean, he fucking, I think RoboCop fucking starched him. Fucking Soriano, I think, starched him. And I like fading fucking Punasaniaro. And then, I mean, he beat the other Hawaiian, Patolo, but Patolo's kind of a fucking bum. Just big fade on him, man. This guy don't like getting fucking hit, too. And he likes to leave his fucking head out there, man. He takes a lot of damage. And kind of same thing with fucking Medic, night and day as far as competition, who he's fought. I mean, I gave him credit. I think he beat fucking Pereira out there in like fucking Russia or Euro.
It was at Serbian Battle Championship 19.
Yeah, so that's a solid win too, man. But it's kind of like he has to be the hammer and not necessarily the fucking nail. And you go with the fucking African. I mean, that guy's a seasoned fucking vet, man. You go up and down the fucking record of who he's fought and the junior varsity organizations, fucking Bellator, and I mean, you go down the list, man. He's got a laundry list of who he's fought and who he's been around with. And I faded in that first fight. And he ended up fucking starching that fucking Canadian. And he's worth a parlay piece, too. I'm betting him individually myself. and I got it at minus 200, and I see that one going, that line moving as well too.
Yeah, I got minus 200 here still, but I'm sure it will. I mean, yeah, that knockout of Barrio was impressive because Barrio's been really, really durable. So that was a big KO in that one.
Yeah, and it
Um,
was early too, man. He caught him right in the fucking button, and it was a fucking wrap. And credit to that guy because that guy came out of fucking, I don't know, I want to say like a 2-3 months later, and I think he just got a fucking a victory himself coming back
yep,
from that quick knockout.
yep, he did. I was gonna see who was it that he fought. Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah, yeah, big fate on the Beverly Hills Ninja too, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
That guy's go for broke.
yep. Um, Dude, one of the things I thought was interesting in this, one of the things I looked up is that Shady only absorbs 1.53 strikes a minute and Dusko absorbs almost 5. So it's just like they both might throw, but Dusko's just probably going to get hit a lot more, and you don't want to get hit by Chidi over and over. So,
Yeah, MMA stats are kind of hard to look into, man, because it's like, yeah, you got a fucking a long career with the African as far as him not getting hit that much.
yeah, yeah,
And then it's like some of these stats are inflated, man, because it's like you have all these other fights. So what I like to do is not necessarily look at stats, but just kind of look at the film and look who they fought, who's not a fucking bum, and then I can kind of go from there. But I'm not saying stats are dog shit or analytics or I know there's fucking
no,
guys
I
10
feel
times
you. It's a
smarter
good
than me.
point. Yeah, it's a good point because who they fought in those fights matters 100%.
Yeah,
Probably even more so than some of these other sports, to be honest, because the level of competition can be so off. Where usually, if people are playing in the minor leagues or something, there's a reason for it. So, I think it's a great point.
yeah, keep that in mind too. It's like, oh, this guy's 100% takedown, but he never
Right,
fucking faced a wrestler. He never faced anyone that fucking shot on him. So
right.
yeah,
He stopped like one
takedown.
takedown one time or something. Yeah.
Either way, man, you kind of tell like the sample size, and some of them are like hidden truths.
Yep. Well, man, I'm with you on this one. I like Cheaty as well. All right. How about Santiago Ponzinibbio and Michel Pereira?
This is gonna be a barn burner because both these guys
Oh
don't give
yeah.
a fuck, bro. They just like to fucking throw down, and
Yep.
it's pretty much close to a coin flip. I think it's like plus even plus 110, maybe minus 20 on Pereira, but fucking not much else to say, bro. I mean, it's gonna be fucking. I think someone's going down.
Yeah. I think so too. Both these guys have, I mean, pretty long records, solid records, fighting good people. I mean, Ponzinibbio beat Neil Magny, Miguel Baeza, Mike Perry, Gunnar Nelson. Like it's all legit. And we know Pereira
They both got good resumes, man. They're
totally.
legit seasoned fucking vets, so you can kind of see where the line is. It's pretty much a coin flip.
Yep. Yeah, this should be a fun one for sure. It feels like Pereira could be like one of the best, and sometimes he just shits the bed, like just makes stupid mistakes. Although it feels like he's done that less lately. His last 3 fights all went to decision, even. Like you think of him being this crazy guy, and I mean he can be, but he's got 3 decisions in a row. So maybe he's fighting a little slower these days, or so. I mean, like not in a bad way.
Nah, he's still churning and winning fucking fights, man. And I won money off of him, and it's kind of hard for me to like, oh, not bet him when I've gone to the well with him so much, and I'm up money.
For
So
sure.
in this
For
coin
sure.
flip situation, like I got confidence in him, but at the end of the day, if I fucking lose the 200 on him, then you know I'm not gonna sit there and fucking kill myself over it because I know he's fucking produced and he's shown up for me before.
Yep.
Not saying that that's strictly why I'm fucking betting him, but I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. If these guys have been paying out from you, like don't sit there and try to complicate it, make it 10 times fucking harder than it is.
Yeah, for sure, man.
If he was like 160 minus 180, would I be laying that? Probably not. Probably stay away from the fight altogether. So it's one thing to like pick winners and have confidence in them, but another thing is figuring out how you're gonna fucking attack the fight, attack the line as far as parlaying them up, or are you willing to lay the juice on it?
Yep. All right, man. I like it. Anything else on that fight?
No,
Okay.
that's pretty much where I'm coming from on it.
Cool. How about the main event, Holm and Vieira? Any thoughts on that one?
I got home early and a parlay with Martinez. I think they're the two safest picks in my opinion. And instead of paying the fucking juice on it, I got them in a parlay for like 559. Both of them. I think it's somewhere around plus 125. It's kind of night and day too with fucking Holmes and her resume and the Brazilian lady. And she just fucking beat old ass Misha Tate, who's
Yep.
got no hands.
Totally. Do you think it's just like home striking is just too much on another level for her?
She's gonna be able to use her kicks and movement, fucking use her range, fucking seasoned vet. I mean, just look at some of her wins and some of her losses. I mean, she's got like what 4 or 5 losses in the UFC, and I don't have that shit out in front of me, man. I mean, she recently beat Aldana, and I like Aldana. I'm big on her.
It's Holmes' losses are Nunes, Cyborg, Durandamy, Shevchenko, and Tate. That's her loss.
All savages, and she lost to a So,
yep. And that's Tate. That's Tate years ago. Not this like latest version of Tate either.
No, and Holmes is getting up there too, man. But like I said, she's a seasoned vet, and I mean, who in the fuck is this other broad beaten? Not someone that's like I'm impressed with.
Yeah, the strength of schedule is definitely not even in the same realm for Vieira. So here's a question: Do you ever worry about is there a certain age where you start to worry about somebody? Because like Holmes 41 in October. Is there a time where that matters, or you just got to take it on a case by case basis?
Nah, bro, I've been betting the fucking vampire Orlowski.
Yeah, we both did that. We both did that the last time.
So yeah, by decision, money line. So no, dude, there's older fucking vets that all fucking bet, and then there's like Homer system plays where it's like, dude, no matter what happens, I'm betting fucking Diaz and Masvidal, Ray Cooper, maybe a couple other guys. You know what I mean? And I'll let motherfuckers know, like, hey, this is a Homer system play. I'm betting it regardless.
Yeah.
But it just kind of varies, man. Then again, there's some fucking older guys that it's a good time to fade them, especially if they've been getting fucking dusted. They've been getting fucking starched, and they kind of have that cycle on the fucking downside. And then again, too, man, I just bet fucking Master Rubo, the fucking Trinaldo, the fucking guy who says he's 42. He's actually like 52 from Brazil. The
right.
Fucking, they call him the hardwood. I bet that motherfucker against the that limey from England, Roberts. I think I cashed that a couple weeks ago, man. Yep. So, I like the season vets, man. Like I said, it just kind of varies in fucking certain spots, man. But a lot of people like to do that. Fucking, they have that stat in there, or that, you know what I mean? That's another one of those things where a lot of people like to fade the older guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does seem like there are times in certain divisions where maybe it matters more, but I mean, the only other thing is Holmes hasn't fought for a year and a half now or something like that. So we just haven't seen her for a while, but I think you're like the level of competition and the skill level, at least from what we've seen, is just not really in the same realm.
How many main events has she had? How many 5-rounders has she had? You know what I mean? Yeah. How many times has she been in fucking? She's used to this shit. This is this Brazilian broad's second go at the rodeo after she had fucking a cupcake matchup against fucking Misha Tate, and she didn't even look that fucking great in that fucking fight either, man. But Holmes can throw hands too, and Holmes can fucking wrestle too. She can go for takedowns and fucking hip tosses and shit like that too out of Jenks' fucking wink, man. So she's not a one-trick pony, but yeah, I think her skill set on the feet, I think she's better all around everywhere.
Yeah. Hard to argue with that, man. I went back and was looking at, the strength of schedule piece, and uh Vieira lost to Kunitskaya and Arena Aldana and beat Misha Tate, Sajara Eubanks, Kat Zingano, Sarah McMahon, Ashley Evans Smith. Like it's just not.
Yeah, no, those are some seasoned vets, dude, that got some wrestling skills on there. And I mean, Eubanks isn't a fucking bum, but she's not the greatest. So, there's like 2, 3 solid wins on there, but nothing that excites me.
Right. Not the same level, even if they're solid,
No,
for sure. Yeah,
no.
like Sarah McMahon, for sure. But
Plus, you got, like I said, man, I think that's fucking 5 rounds. That's gonna make a big difference.
right.
I think Holly's gonna have the fucking conditioning on her too. So
Yeah.
we'll see if she puts that pace on her and dances around the ring, fucking tap tap in and out. Either way, that's the biggest bet I got on there is her and Martinez for that fucking parlay. And I mean, you can even throw the African and Jukani in there too, man. I mean, I'm pretty confident in that. You can kind of pick your poison with those 3 fights. The other 2 fights with Morales, you're better off betting that alone at like minus 150, 155. Same thing with Pereira, just bet that alone. No reason to parlay that up. And then
Totally.
I got like a couple props I'm looking at. I don't have lines. Usually lines come out like Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Thursday evening, somewhere around that. I'll get all of them together. But without even looking at any lines, I'm looking at like Cooper by sub. Everyone and their mother's probably going to be betting that. Uh, Martinez by decision. I like Part, but I'm too scared to fucking bet him. So I might take him by sub, maybe even decision against Anders.
Yeah.
The African Ojukwani inside the distance, Holmes by decision, and I might fucking be brave enough to bet that Porter and Almeida matchup and try to sweat out a round depending on what the line is, because that guy's so juiced to the gills. I think it's like minus 800 or something.
He
Like
is.
he's gonna go in there and fucking smash Porter, but
Yeah.
I wonder if he can do like fucking Homer Simpson and survive one round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that. Almeida's been impressive. So, yeah, that'll be an interesting one to watch. Almost like almost like Romanov and Sherman or something. Like, how long can it go?
Yeah, I'm definitely not putting him any fucking parlays. And like I said, man, inside the distance, he's probably going to be like fucking minus 280, minus
Yeah.
320, something ridiculous like that, man. So I'm not going to put him in a parlay, and God forbid some bullshit happens. And, plus, why are you going to fucking put a minus 800 in a parlay anyway? There's no value in that. You're not making any
Totally.
fucking money off that. You're probably making more money by keeping them off.
Right. Right. It is just another fight where anything can happen. I mean, just like an injury or whatever. So,
Yeah, I mean, Porter's not a fucking bum, man. I mean, he's going to go
right.
in there and give it his all. So,
For sure.
he's a fucking big boy too, man. So I mean, we'll see what happens, man. Especially with the heavyweight, you connect someone on the fucking chin, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah. Heavyweight definitely has that puncher's chance thing for sure.
And I might add some more props or fucking anything that I see later on in the fucking week. But what I like to do is I like to get like a month ahead of schedule and like try to pick winners. Don't even worry about the lines. And then once the lines come out, I might have to adjust, especially fights change or whatnot.
Right.
And then as soon as the lines come out, there's some that I'll jump on early, because if you beat the steam, obviously you're going to get more money in return on closing line value, and that's probably the best thing you can do is just fucking beat the steam, man. Because at the end of the day, it's like you got a 50-50 shot of like who's going to win or who you're going to pick in a fucking fight. So a lot of these guys can flip coins on fights and pick winners or whatnot, but if you beat the fucking steam week in and week out, obviously you're going to put more money in your pocket with the winners that you have. So as soon as the line comes out 2-3 weeks ahead, I'll be looking at it. And if there's something that I feel like I need to bet early, I'll bet it early, or maybe I'll bet half and watch the line and bet like, once the line starts moving, bet another fucking half of the fucking bet on there. But it just kind of varies, and that's entirely up to you to look at the line and figure out where you feel comfortable betting or if you want to wait. Some of these underdog fights too, man, you can wait till Friday, Saturday where everyone and their mother starts betting favorites or they start losing on parlays and shit, and then they start grouping all the favorites together. Um, that's another way you can attack Saturday as well. Same thing with props. When the props come out early, sometimes you got to hit them, man, because you'll miss out like fucking 40, 50 fucking points when they come out and people start hammering them hard.
For sure. I feel like that's more pronounced in the UFC than other sports too. The lines get steamed crazy amounts, where lines might move in another sport 30, 40, 50 points, but in UFC it'll be hundreds of points.
Yeah, it can, dude, especially early in the week. And if you're consistently beating the fucking lines by 30, 40 points, which, I don't know. What I like to do is, like I said, man, I do like a thread where everything's timestamped. You can see it like a fucking month ahead of time. And then what I'll do is as soon as I get lines, I'll put a screenshot of the lines in the day. And then maybe I'll do like a fucking mid-steam report. And then I'll get the lines at the end of the night as well, too. So you can kind of see as far as how much the shit got fucking steamed up on the variety of fucking fights that we're looking at. So, I'm consistently beating the fucking line, and like I said, that's gonna help me in the fucking long term when I do end up winning those bets.
Yep. I'm with you, man. It's good. It's good advice, and you're putting in the work way ahead of time, which I appreciate. So,
no, and I think it's gonna a lot easier to like get the info out fucking early. So not only do you beat the fucking steam, but you can go ahead and do your research and watch some fucking fights and see for yourself before you start throwing money on it.
Right. Yeah, totally, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you jumping on and sharing what you're thinking for this card.
Yeah, no, and you're doing a good job too, man, with that overall breakdown
Thanks,
where
man.
you're taking like 10, 12 hours of everyone and their mother take and just regurgitating shit that you know a lot of people don't have time to listen or sit there and listen to the breakdowns or watch the fights itself. And me personally, I don't sit there and talk about, oh yeah, he's got this counter and he chain wrestles, and I can't do that for fucking 45 fucking minutes an hour, dude, just talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when I watch the UFC, dude, I watch that shit on mute and I'm taking fucking notes like I'm coaching it.
Mhm.
Like, it's a whole different fucking thing for me watching it, man, especially with my background as far as, with wrestling and instruction discipline and shit like that. So, um, either way, man.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's why I appreciate you sharing your perspective, because like I said, you got a good eye for this stuff and you know what you're talking about. More than I do. I'm learning, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to learn more and
but
more, but I
but
appreciate you
like I
sharing.
said, you're giving out all these fucking hot takes that a lot of these people are going to rinse and repeat because that's what a lot of the tape says.
It
You know,
is. Yeah, totally.
so
Totally.
it's you're taking snippets and it's like you can give out the info and the people can take these nuggets of information and figure out whether yay or nay what they want to do with it. And then again, too, man, there's dime a dozen fucking guys that are on there that are talking about stuff, and there's even like some professional guys that have actually been in the game where it's like if you don't want to listen to some guy on fucking Twitter, then maybe get one of these professional fighters that has some insight. At the end of the day, man, I suggest you guys watch fucking tape for yourself. uh Maybe lock in like 3 4 fucking fights that you like and start getting to work 2 3 3 weeks early before the fucking card even fucking starts, man. So
Yeah. It's definitely the way to get the most value out of these lines before they move, for sure.
and
So
there's going to be times too, man, where maybe you shit the bed and you lose like 20 30 points on the line.
yeah,
It just kind of varies on what you feel, but if you're consistently like 80% banging out 30 40 50 fucking points on some of these parlays and money line bets, then obviously, like I said, man, that's just going to come 10 times fold at the end of the year. And that's what that's all about, man. The end of the year, you'll see a lot of guys like start jumping for joy on the card because they won one fight and they start sucking each other's dicks. And I like to get off the radar, let everything fucking finish out how it is, recap, move on, because until the end of the fucking year, all that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
At the end of the
Lots of
year,
ups and downs for sure.
right? Exactly, man. So it's like if you consistently month in start cashing out, and then being in the positive, and then at the end of the year, that's what it comes down to, man. Because that's your fucking bankroll to roll over to fucking next year. So
Yep.
that way you can just be free rolling year after year and just build it up, structure and discipline, and have some entertainment for Saturday. Because fuck, dude, 15 minutes you can get paid,
Yeah.
or less.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. It's all good stuff, man. Well, dude,
Right,
thanks for talking tonight. Appreciate it.
yeah, man. At least they'll get a heads up. They can do some research, man. I look forward to the fucking recap show, man. Like I said, I think that's good stuff. I think you should still be doing that. I also think you should hit up on some props, because by the time you release that at the end of the week, man, there should be some props that are out there floating around.
Yeah, for sure. There is some I got a couple decent ones this last week. Not stuff that I put out, but just there are a couple decent ones that hit. So can definitely find some good lines there for sure. So all right, dude. Appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Have a good night, man. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
Okay.